of the Heart Sutra, which is the Heart Sutra, and his commentary on it is very helpful. And if you haven't ever read it, I highly recommend. So the first part of it was just not him just talking about the Heart Sutra itself, but more about the practice. And in that first section, before he actually gets into the actual lines of the Heart Sutra, there's a point where he says, happiness cannot be achieved through material condition alone. It is a delusion to think that robot, self-driving cars, cancer-curing medications will solve all of our problem and deliver us true happiness, and it's the delusion. They will make life much more comfortable, but humans seem to have a problem conflating comfortable and happiness. I believe that comfortable can bring you happiness. Well, if you're very comfortable, you are very likely to have happiness, but comfortable doesn't necessarily equal happiness. In fact, you can be very comfortable and unhappy. Think about it, right? Can any of you guys give me one example of you can be very comfortable and unhappy at the same time? Can any one of you give me one example of we can be very comfortable and unhappy at the same time? Okay, go ahead. Go ahead, can you volunteer?
If you reflect, you will see that it happens to us all the times. If you are upset at someone, you can be in a very beautiful environment, in the temple, or in the middle of a very beautiful birthday party for your friend. But if someone else show up that you do not like that person at all, it's difficult for you to be happy because your heart and mind are consumed by that anger or hatred or upset with that person. Yeah. It happens all the time, Scott.
So the word that I was thinking of was purpose. So purpose, what is the purpose of your life? Are you live purposefully or just blindly just wake up and feel like you don't know what to do with your life? So I think from group 1 to 4, you guys have reached the age where you're about to go off to university, you're about to decide on your future career or future school. So it's good I think it's good that I'm sharing this for now because I think you guys need to have a purpose in life so that it can guide you towards that direct goal and achievement. Instead of blindly search for happiness, the key here is the attitude of mind. Do you know what it is? The attitude of mind? Which means that you wake up with a mentality of how you're going to approach your life and how you're going to approach your day. So every mundane thing like washing dishes, doing the chores, or even do a little homework, if you don't have a purpose and don't develop an attitude of mind, it can be very boring and it can drift you a part of that purpose of your life and your goal as well. So who can give me an example of the attitude of mind that you're gonna wake up with? Do you wanna start?
I think you should wake up with like an optimistic mind. Like even if anything happens, you should be able to overcome that by thinking, oh, what should I do, and not having a pessimistic mindset.
And what is purpose of your life? Do you already know?
Um,
Like right now. It can be just anything too.
Because it changes as you get older.
I think I want to be. I want to seek happiness in Buddha and myself and my friends.
It's great. Great. It's Buddha nature.
Say it one more time.
Huh?
Say it one more time.
Oh, I want to seek happiness in myself, my friends, and my family, and Buddha.
And the attitude of mind gonna help you do that, which means that you, with doing everything with the attitude of mind, like you open up to it, you are with it, not doing this just to get onto the next one, can drift you a part of that purpose. And if you do everything with the open mindset and know that doing this, I'm gonna reach my goal. So you won't be that boring doing the mundane task every day. Anything else? Anyone else want to share your purpose of your life? Want to go ahead? No. Can I have you?
There's a mic over there, right?
Curtis,
Pass the mic to Curtis.
please.
So, the purpose,
Do you already know? I'm pretty sure you already knew.
I think it's a very interesting question, and it's also very scary.
Yeah.
I think growing up in a community like this, you can feel a lot of pressure to figure out what you have to do really early. Yeah, I mean, like in the Asian community, I feel like there's a lot of pressure sometimes.
A lot of expectations.
Yeah.
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 That's why we Asian, we're not Bayesian.
Yeah. I think there's this like saying, well, pressure makes diamonds. I think it's pretty interesting because like, when I think of a diamond, I don't think of something that's perfect or really ideal. I think of something that's strong. And I think that for my purpose, it's not really something that I figured out right away. It's more like a kind of way that you want to live your life. And it's kind of more like you're building your purpose, like a mosaic of like different little tiles that you want to put in it. What kind of things that I want to have in my life. And I think for my purpose, I want to live a life that's authentic, that's genuine, where I can say to myself at the end of the big journey is like, I did my best to be good to the people around me and to do right by myself. Whether that's being honest to friends, even when it makes them cry, or it's being honest with myself and realizing that I have to do the hard things. Because sometimes the only reason it's hard is because it's the only thing that matters.
Thank you. Okay, I need one more, please.
I have a question. Yeah. Yes. Of course, it's easy.
Because your
It's
story is very
easy.
interesting. Your
No,
purpose is very good.
Yes, no pressure. No pressure. I'm just go hai đường. I'm not your parents. No pressure. Okay? How do you overcome that feeling of being pressured by the Asian family or community? It could be very helpful. It may not be applicable for everybody, but to hear how you overcome that and then come up with the fact that you want to live an authentic life for yourself. How did you overcome that pressure?
I never overcame it.
You still live with it.
Let me continue. I never overcame it. I mean, I have friends who say like they've never been stressed in their life, or like they're like always like they're doing so much stuff, like 24/7 on the clock, like 7 different things. But for me, I never overcame it. It's more of a fact that I learned myself. Like I became my own best friend, and it's like I realized that pressure and stress is more of a constant. It's kind of like, you know how the tide of the ocean goes in and out?
Yes, yes, yes.
And how the river has a current that goes out to the sea?
yes, yes.
Sometimes the current got really strong, and sometimes the tide came like all the way up to my knees.
Yeah.
And it's more of the idea of like, it's not really about overcoming the stress.
Yes.
It's more of like understanding that it comes from the fact that you want to live a good life. You want to
And
live
a
a life
happy life.
that's like strong. Like all that stress comes from the fact that you want to live a life that you're happy with.
There you go.
Because if you didn't care, you wouldn't be stressed, right? So in a way, it's like you're grateful to be stressed.
No. Can we care and not stress?
I mean, yeah, that'd be perfect if you're a
Instead-
robot.
Can we care and not stress? Can we? I want to hear from other people. Is there such thing? Can we care and not stress? No?
I think I
Okay.
would like to add something, or like add some perspective. In Buddhism, everything is about moderation and balance. So in terms of like, Go Hai Nung was asking, if you care, like, can you not stress? And for me personally, I feel like a lot of my stresses in life are the stresses that I enjoy, because it means that I care very deeply about my impact on myself and the world around me. So for things like community, I think that it's very valuable and important to be a participant in the community and not just showing up. Like, there's a very big difference between showing up somewhere and like occupying a space where people remember your name, people remember where you're from, people will remember your presence and will long for your absence. These are things that I feel like, especially for y'all's age, when you go to your own endeavors, whether you go to university or like trade school, or you go into a job right away after high school, everybody is going to be at such different paths. And sometimes that makes or breaks a lot of those relationships that you have with your classmates or your friends at the time. And it's very important for you to be very curious about the path that you decide to take on. And sometimes it might not be necessarily the right path at the time, but it is, giving yourself that compassion to explore what it is that you guys want to do with your own life, because it's yours. You don't live life for anybody else besides yourself. So in the end, as long as you guys have the mental strength and the confidence, that's what's going to carry you into every single thing that you encounter in your life, big or small. But I think what Curtis is talking about is like, go with the flow. Like some days are going to be very difficult and some days are going to be very easy, but having some indifference in those experiences is what's going to help.
Yeah, I think we can wrap it up if possible, so Jonathan can have some time with us.
Yes,
please.
great. So all I want to share is that true happiness start with you guys to establish a purpose in life that eventually leads you guys to the happy life that, as Curtis said. And with doing that, we need to have the attitude of mind. So there's like the tile, right? In order to build a house, little pieces make that purpose happen. So with the attitude of mind, approach it with an open mindset and find value in everything that you work. Try to find, because every work has the value, either small or big, and everything is worthy of our care and attention, technically, in everything you do. And dealing with stress, I'm not doing good with stress either, but what I learned to be helpful from what I went to the monastery in Sastrabi, the abbess technically said, when you feel you're in stress or anger or delusion or jealousy that arise in your heart, it's very, very painful. So try to take a step back and be the observer. Just observe your stress, observe your anger and delusion and jealousy, and what just dies down. Because technically when you step out of the mountain so that you can see the whole mountain, you are not a part of it anymore. And I wish that you guys all find your true purpose and true happiness in life, and approach everyday life with a purpose, with an open mindset, and find the value in everything you work. Okay? All right. Thank you so much. Jonathan, do you want to take over?
No, up there, so everybody can see you. Jonathan, make it fun, please. You
Hello?
are good at this. Thank you.
You want me to tell jokes?
Of course.
Okay.
Yes,